A lot of people don't know that we're sisters. That's something I never talked about in the beginning because I didn't want it to be a crutch. I didn't want people to be like, oh, that's her sister. I didn't want that to be my accolade of mine. But now that, I've solidified my spot, then I go ahead and talk about it. But a lot of people don't know it, though.
A lot of people were completely shocked when they found out that Nia Long and comedian Samor are actually sisters, real sisters with the same father. For years, fans never saw them together, never heard them mention one another in interviews, and never noticed any public interaction between them. Because of that silence, many assumed they had simply chosen to keep their relationship private so each could build her own career without comparisons or interference. However, as more information came out, it became clear that the reason behind their distance was far more complicated and emotionally heavy. According to reports, Nia Long did not want a relationship with her sister for many years. Nia has always been extremely private about her personal life, rarely sharing details about her family or upbringing. Even so, it surprised many people to learn that she had a sister in Hollywood, whom she never publicly acknowledged. Most fans first learned about their connection when Samor revealed it during a radio interview with Divine Martino. While discussing her career and journey in the entertainment industry, Samor casually mentioned that she had a sister who happened to be actress Nia Long. That revelation instantly caught people off guard and raised questions about why the two had never been seen together. Nia and Samor share the same father, poet and writer Dory Long, but they have different mothers. Samor was born first, but her parents' relationship ended shortly after her birth. 4 years later, Dory entered a relationship with Nia's mother, which also ended in divorce when Nia was just 2 years old. After the separation, Nia's mother moved from New Jersey to Los Angeles, creating distance between Nia and her father. Because Samor remained close to their father, she developed a strong relationship with him. Nia, on the other hand, has spoken about feeling resentment due to not growing up with her father or seeing him often. Allegedly, those unresolved feelings affected her relationship with Samor as well. For much of their young adult lives, Nia reportedly chose to distance herself and refused to acknowledge her sister, making their story one of the most quietly complicated family dynamics in Hollywood.
Because I think for a lot of years I was disappointed and angry, and I wanted, my dad to read me a bedtime story and be there and do all of the things that a daddy is supposed to do. And
by the time Samor was ready to seriously step into the entertainment industry, Nia Long had already established herself as a recognizable and respected name in Hollywood. Samor easily could have used that connection to her advantage. She could have publicly claimed Nia as her sister early on to gain attention, headlines, and quick opportunities. However, Samor made a conscious decision not to do that. She understood that if she wanted longevity in the industry, she needed to build her own identity, not be labeled as Nia Long's sister. In hindsight, that choice proved to be the right move, allowing her talent and voice to stand on their own. Another major reason Nia initially refused to acknowledge the relationship had a lot to do with public relations and image control. In Hollywood, silence is almost never accidental. Celebrities don't simply forget to mention important people in their lives. They make deliberate decisions about what to reveal and what to keep hidden. Nia Long has always been extremely intentional about her public image. Her career was built on mystery, desirability, and controlled access to her personal life. Samor, on the other hand, had a completely different approach. Her comedy was loud, raw, and brutally honest. She didn't shy away from personal stories or uncomfortable truths, and that openness didn't align with the polished image Nia wanted to maintain at the time. From a branding standpoint, Nia reportedly felt that Samor's public persona didn't fit with how she wanted to be perceived. But image wasn't the only issue keeping them distant. According to Samor, even when they did cross paths occasionally, there was no real sisterly bond between them. They were raised in completely different households, lived with their respective mothers, and grew up under very different circumstances. Because of that separation, they never developed the emotional connection that typically comes with being sisters, and for a long time they simply didn't see themselves that way. What appeared to be shade or rejection on the surface was really the result of separate lives, different paths, and unresolved distance.
Oh yeah, we have the same father, so yeah, my dad is proud.
Are you guys close?
We speak from time to time, but we're not. I won't be babysitting her kids. No.
You so silly. You all right with me, girl?
That's how it is in life. I tell people all the time, we have the same father. We're not necessarily sisters.
Things became even more confusing when Nia Long finally acknowledged her relationship with Samor, but in a way that left many people raising their eyebrows. Nia once posted a side-by-side photo of herself and Samor on social media and captioned it, "The funny one in the family," tagging Samor directly. Samor liked the post, seemingly showing appreciation for the acknowledgement. However, not long after, Nia unexpectedly deleted the post without any explanation, which only added more mystery and speculation about what might have been happening behind the scenes. Later, following the passing of their father in 2020, Nia publicly acknowledged Samor again in a heartfelt tribute. While honoring her father's life and legacy, Nia described him as a master of words, an educator, a mentor, and a hero within his community. She spoke about his passion for storytelling, his pride in Black culture, and his willingness to stand in solidarity for the Black experience in America. In that tribute, Nia mentioned her sister Lori, also known as comedian Samor, along with another sister, Jamila, expressing how deeply they would miss their father and how grateful they were to have been with him during his final moments. After her father's passing, Nia appeared in an interview on The Breakfast Club, where she reflected more openly on her personal growth. She admitted that holding on to resentment for so long had prevented her from forgiving people in her life and from spending meaningful time with them. According to Nia, that unresolved anger kept her emotionally distant for years. However, she explained that losing her father taught her an important lesson about letting go. She shared that she no longer wants to live with resentment or anger and has learned the value of forgiveness, healing, and reconnecting with people while there is still time.
The beautiful time in my life, because I can actually put everything into perspective and now it all makes sense.
Right.
And I feel more free and alive than I have in the last 10 years because I have understanding. And I've forgiven myself for not forgiving people sooner in my own life.
Even though Nia Long has said she's open to letting more people into her life, it appears that Samor still hasn't become part of that inner circle. There doesn't seem to be any public drama or open hostility between them, but at the same time, Nia doesn't appear to feel a strong need to build a close relationship. From her perspective, the past simply is what it is. For Nia, their father exists largely as a memory shaped by distance, while for Samor, he was a constant presence. When siblings grow up with completely different versions of the same parent, those emotional gaps are hard to bridge, and sometimes they never fully close. Because of that, fans shouldn't expect to see Nia and Samor publicly interacting or speaking about each other anytime soon. It's not about tension or bitterness. It's more about there being no real connection to revisit. Without a shared upbringing or sisterly bond, there simply isn't much to discuss. Many viewers echoed this sentiment in the comments, offering thoughtful and respectful takes on the situation. One person wrote that they didn't see drama at all, just the reality of distance and different life paths. Others praised Samor for never attempting to use Nia's name for clout, recognizing that she built her career independently without relying on their family connection. Several people expressed respect for both women, noting that they handled the situation with maturity rather than turning it into public mess. Commenters also pointed out an important truth. Not all siblings are close, even those raised in the same household. Family relationships can be complicated, and closeness isn't guaranteed just because people share blood. In this case, both Nia and Samor have created successful, fulfilling careers on their own terms, and that deserves recognition. So what do you think about their relationship, or lack of one? Share your thoughts in the comments, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye baddies!